channa drishtihi, one whose vision is covered by the cloud, considers the sun to be covered. Ghanachannam arkam. Arka is sun. The sun is, he says the sun is covered. Your eyes are covered by the cloud. Who are you? You are a ati mudha. You are an exalted fool. Same way he says, this person, really speaking, ignorance, self-ignorance has covered the buddhi, the intellect. And it never can cover the soul, the atma. Atma is ever effulgent, which reveals the covered buddhi also, saying that you are ignorant about who you are. But I think atma is covered. And therefore he says, Muda drishte, the self can never be covered by ignorance. It is the mind which is covered, and therefore this knowledge is inevitable. You must know who you are. And who am I? Look at verses 13 and 14. Samasteshu vastushvanusyutamekam.
Samasteshu vastushvanusyutamekam.
Samastani vastuni yannasprishanti.
Samastani vastuni yannasprishanti.
Liyadvat sada shuddhamachhaswarupam.
Liyadvat sada shuddhamachhaswarupam.
Sanityopalabdhi swarupo hamatma.
Sanityopalabdhi swarupo mahatma.
Samasteshu vastushvanusyutamekam.
Samasteshu vastushvanusyutamekam.
Samastani vastuni yannasprishanti.
Samastani vastuni yannasprishanti.
Liyadvat sada shuddhamachhaswarupam.
Liyadvat sada shuddhamachhaswarupam.
Sanityopalabdhi swarupo hamatma.
Sanityopalabdhi swarupo hamatma.
Ubadhau yatha bhedata sanmanina.
Ubadhau yatha bhedata sanmanina.
Tatha bhedata buddhi bhedeshu tepi.
Tatha bhedata buddhi bhedeshu tepi.
Yatha chandrikanam jale chanchalatvam.
Yatha chandrikanam jale chanchalatvam.
Tatha chanchalatvam tavapi Vishnu.
Tatha chanchalatvam tavapi Vishnu.
Ubadhau yatha bhedata sanmanina.
Ubadhau yatha bhedata sanmanina.
Tatha bhedata buddhi bhedeshu tepi.
Tatha bhedata buddhi bhedeshu tepi.
Yatha chandrikanam jale chanchalatvam.
Yatha chandrikanam jale chanchalatvam.
Tatha chanchalatvam tavapi Vishnu.
Tatha chanchalatvam tavapi Vishnu.
And so here he says the nature of who you are is acha, is pure, is clear, is untouched by the nature of the reflecting medium. The body has conditionality. It is born, it will be gone. The mind has chanchalatvam because the nature of the mind is a combination of sattva, raja, tamo gunas, and hence it is changing nature. Allow it to be what it is without you wanting it to be different. What is changing will change. not the changing I. You are the unchanging, pure consciousness. You are one whose truth is this essential being. As a changing nature, there is an interaction between this physicality and the outer physicality. How does that interaction happen? It happens in the life flow called the karmic flow, the karmic blueprint. Every one of us is here with our karmic blueprint. But Atma, the soul, is not a doer, a karta. Yet we are in a karmic blueprint in the physicality, and therefore know this karmic path. Let your karma be an expression of your fullness, of who you are, and not an expression of a need, insufficiency, lack, greed, competition, division, separation. Because if karma is an expression of the latter, that expression only stems from self-ignorance. Once I own up, I wake up to my truth of who I am, a soul in the nature of fullness, a soul who reflects the infinite, a soul that is connected to the universe, then what is my search in this physical world for? What am I looking for? What am I complaining about? I begin to take responsibility for my life, for my perceptions. A karmic blueprint I may not be able to change, because that's why it's called blueprint. It's the master plan with which I have come. And in this master plan, we don't know what each of us planned up there before arriving into this body. We don't know. That knowledge has been kept as a cover. But it is unfolding the way it is meant to unfold, to teach me lessons of the main purpose of why I am here. And therefore, let me rise to that. I may not be able to change my master plan, but I can definitely change the way I look at the master plan, is it not? I can change the way I choose to experience this world, is it not? That I can change. Either I can conclude that everybody is useless, including me, or I can look at the world as an expression of the divine. It is in my perception how I choose to experience the world, the other. And how I choose to experience the other will depend on how I choose to experience myself. How I know myself, how I perceive myself. If I perceive myself with all these needs and wants and insufficiencies, restless energy, nothing is okay with me. Look at my husband, he is going after that one. Look at my son, he is going after this one. Each one is living their karmic blueprint, right? Be happy that you are free. Every situation has its pluses and minuses. Every situation has its challenges. I don't underwrite challenges in life, but every challenge is meant to teach us a lesson in growth, in forgiveness, in unconditionality, in a capacity to be able to rise to my truth and say, hey, it is this karma that my own karma has brought me this experience. Instead of fighting with life, fighting with life is like fighting shadows, you know. Hey, I only created this life. What I experienced today is what I did yesterday. That's what law of karma says. If I experience happiness today, is because some punyam has manifested in a happy situation. Like I said the other day, my friend has been playing the lotto for the last 5 years. I just accidentally thought of joining him today and I hit the jackpot. This is, you know, what can you say? This is called a windfall of punyam right on my head. Similarly, there could be the flip side too. And so this is my karmic blueprint. I have asked for punyam and papam. I have asked for sukham and dukkham. It is my doing that I experience. If you don't like what you experience, then let us redo our karma. If I don't like what I experience, because what I experience brings me affliction, pain, we should know one thing. In Bhagwan's world, there is no injustice. If I experience pain, I definitely somewhere, sometime before, I have also given out pain. It comes back to me. Because every karma has its own phalam. In the nature of the karma done, that is the law. And therefore I experience that. So when I begin to experience my own karmic blueprint, then who am I blaming? God? Mother-in-law? Me? The world? Fate? Who am I blaming? There is nobody to blame. I only need to change my perception, where I learn to accept life as prasada. In prasada, there is no complaint. We must really, if nothing else goes in, at least take prasada back with you. What is prasada? Prasada is an attitude that neutralizes all complaints. You went to Perumal Kovil. Inniki na pone. I thought, today all Ammaji is getting periya kavacham and all that, diamonds and jewels and whatnot. At least they should have given oru laddu udane. Ade tulsi kadichide. Neetiki tulsi kadichide. Whether it is tulsi, or it is laddu, or it is tirtham, or it is kalkan, whatever comes in your hand, where does it go first? Bhagavan, accept it. Ilya, you don't judge. Hey, idu vanda enakku ennadha maati kudunga. We dare not. It has come from Bhagavan. Prasada buddhi is an attitude that neutralizes this munu soul, complaining, criticizing, judging. It neutralizes, and you say, so be it, Bhagavan. Whatever you give, I accept. Why do you accept? Because I know you are fair. And so I may not be able to change my life experiences, but I can definitely change my attitude, convert it into a prasada buddhi, and say, hey, today Bhagavan, the day has opened up. I am around, I am still on earth to carry on with my master plan. Thank you. Nandri, I will receive the day with prasada buddhi. And thus, in that acceptance of my life experience comes self-acceptance. In self-acceptance comes acceptance of the others around me. And therefore, more and more I learn to let go, to free myself of this judgment of right, wrong, good, bad. Whatever is before me is my truth of this moment. Live in the moment, not in a memory bank. That is the silliest way to spend our human life. Delete. Some memories have to be deleted. Some have to be suspended. Some have to be put in some folder, one called junk folder. We have to learn how to filter memories and nurture ourselves with those energies, with those attitudes that always connect us to the divine. Advaita Vedanta is that great teaching. That is a teaching meant for the highest bhakta. Vedantin is not one who forgets to pray. Why should I pray? I am God. This is not Advaita Vedanta. Bhagavan says the highest devotion, the one who has, highest. One who has the grace and the capacity to declare, declare and own up. Own up what? The infinite as I. He doesn't see that he's a tiny human being of a conditionality. He only sees himself, his I, as the I of Bhagavan. There was a saint who used to live near our ashram in the Himalayas. He never said I.